What's up guys, Koi51 here, time for another video, and I hope you guys enjoy my videos so far. I know I haven't been putting them out so far, I apologize in advance, but right now we got something that's really exciting, and I really hope that you guys are just gonna go on a ride with me, and I'm gonna be reading this for the first time. I haven't read anything about it. It's the second interview translated by our good friends at Traducosoft. If you guys haven't checked them out, check them out. They're really cool. They're doing some crazy work for the Persona community. They're translating Persona 2 Eternal Punishment for PSP that was only released in Japan. So be excited for that. And they're doing a bunch of other games. One in particular I'm really looking forward to is Conception 1. I've played Conception 2. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. And I look forward to playing the first one because the first one seemed way more interesting. Anyway, getting straight on track. We got Illusory, Revelations, hashtag Fire Emblem, staff interview number 2. You know, we may as well just get into it. This seems to be an interview with the main character designer, Toy 8. I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce it, but Toy 8 is pretty much what I'm going with. He's done other work that I've come across, especially with the Dot Hack series and Chain Chronicle. I don't know if he did the game or he did the something about a movie or something like that, but he's done work on the Chain Chronicle series. It's a mobile game. It's pretty cool. I've only tried it. I haven't really dived into it yet, so I can't really give my first impressions on it. But I seem to like the art style at least, which is important because that's pretty much the only thing I was caring about. But we may as well get straight into it. I'm just gonna read it out. You guys just have a listen, keep your eyes open, and keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, that's what I'm trying to say. But essentially, it's Illusory Revelations, hashtag Fire Emblem, main character designer Toy 8. Thank you for having me here. I am Toy 8, the person who is in charge of the main character designs for the upcoming Illusory Revelations, hashtag Fire Emblem. While the story portrayed in this game is a work of fiction, I tried very hard to make something that would fit well with the series. Like the cover of a book, this was pretty much a one-shot job for me at the time, and I didn't exactly know what to do. That's pretty interesting. So this means that Atlas and Nintendo pretty much just brought this guy on. He didn't think of this as a big project. He thought of this as like a one-time thing he's doing. You know, it's just, does that mean that we won't like? I guess this is how he felt at the time. This doesn't mean like set in stone that this is the only game he's gonna be. This is the only game in the series that's gonna exist. Illusory Revelations, hashtag Fire Emblem. If this game does well, I could already see it being a good series. I mean, Devil's Survivor got two games. Also awesome that it's getting a localization for Europe. Thank God. I've been meaning to play that game for a while. I can see this as being a really good offshoot, like a spin-off series, because it is a spin-off series, but I definitely want it to continue. It has a lot of, I really hope it has a following, because, you know, both sides are being represented, the Shin Megami Tensei side and the Fire Emblem side. So, for him to be saying this means that initially when he was offered the job, he didn't think too much highly of it, which is a kind of an understatement, considering it's two franchises that are really strong and like pretty much monoliths in gaming today, especially the RPG genre. So keeping going, the series originally started on the family computer Famicom. However, I grew up in the Super Famicom generation. As a result of that, Atlas and Nintendo have a very special and specific meaning to me. Even when development was still incomplete and halfway done, I was very excited by the concept of this collaboration as it brought these industries together. Okay, so he's pretty young. I mean, I pretty much grew up in the Super Nintendo era too, so he's pretty much kind of like the same age as me. I don't know much about him as an individual. I'm sure like he's because he's using Toy 8 as an alias, I'm sure he wants to keep his private life pretty separate. He wants his latest art skills shine through. But he seems to be someone who just grew up in this Famicom era, so probably around the time Chrono Trigger and all these great, amazing games that at the time were staples. Like Fire Emblem came out around then. You know, Shin Megami. I think because I don't know if SMT came out on the Super Famicom. I think it did. I think it did come out on the Super Famicom. Shin Megami Tensei, not Megami Tensei. Megami Tensei was NES, I remember. It's been a while, but again, he grew up in this. He pretty much grew up in the same sort of generation as us, so he was pretty young in terms of like knowing the industry. Like, he wasn't like before that, so gonna keep on going. Then, as the years passed by, I was able to finally feel the emotion of my work take form when the first PV was created. Even though it was just digital data, it was like an entity had appeared right before my eyes. Okay. So he's talking about the trailer that we just saw, the PV, the one that we saw at the Nintendo Direct, April 1st, April 2nd edition. That's kind of surprising. I mean, he's done work before. He's done Chain Chronicles, so I don't see... Like, I guess this is the one where he has a lot of weight on his shoulders, because, I mean, the time between the initial trailer to this was pretty long, so I could definitely see him having, like, a little bit of, like, cold feet in this sort of case. But I mean, yeah, it's been like years since we've heard anything about it, so it means he must have been hired on straight away, I guess, to be working on it for years. So he must have been there during the initial stages of it being switched over, or like in the initial concept stages. So that's pretty cool of him to say that, like, yes, it's, even though it's digital media, he feels like this is something special. He feels like he's created something special, which I think is something special. I think this is something that's really unique and really pretty, so props to him. Let's see, I immediately got to work on the character designs, etc. From then on, Shibuya became the main stage for the central plotline, and I wanted to make sure the world looked gorgeous. I wanted it to blend well with the character designs, as well as make sure it worked well with the direction of the color saturation to make this game Shibuya good looking and well done. I did not want the color saturation to be low and stagnant, which would be the opposite direction of the design of the game. Okay, so I'm sure everyone's noticed from the trailer after watching it a few times that it is quite colorful. It is bright, it is vibrant, it's the color is so rich in terms of like poppiness, which is a definite difference to a normal SMT game if you compare like Nocturne and like countless others where it's pretty much just bleak, dark, apocalypse sort of stuff. So I can see why they wanted to change that up a bit. I mean, Fire Emblem has always been sort of colorful. Like I don't think I remember any Fire Emblem game that's been really, like, in terms of like just color situation, being pretty boring, I guess, because it's very anime based. So I can see why he brought some of that anime influence over to this sort of design philosophy that he's creating. It's because he wants to create a world that's really colorful, which is good, you know. Like, it's good for a game like this, especially when you're blending two series together. One that's just absolutely dark and mysterious and like pretty much bleak, right? SMT, and then you have Fire Emblem, which is very much a, you know, I'm not saying it's colorful poppy, but it's definitely like it has a lot of color to it, a lot of anime sort of influences to it. So I can definitely see him sitting down with like the team, Atlas, and discussing which direction should this go. I mean, do we take it to a bleak darkness, but then it kind of alienates the anime feel of like, I could definitely see why there was trouble during development for him for this discussions before, especially with the director as well, saying that we had trouble blending the Fire Emblem elements SMT. So the best way for him to do it was pretty much make the color, like make the art style fit Fire Emblem really well. So that's really cool of them to really like go in that route. I think that's a really like good route, because it kind of gives it a lot of like the Wii U Nintendo sort of feeling as well, because it's very poppy, it's very anime, it's like very kind of like not really childish, but like really bright and vibrant. It's a lot more it stands out more, honestly, compared to like other games in like the next gen. Like, I mean, we get like games like Call of Duty and all these other games that are just like kind of like realistic, but like military shooters, and then we get something that really stands out, which is this. I think that's a good approach. So I commend him for sticking with this design choice, because I think it works in this case. Let's see. I had many opportunities to draw a single picture in my binder as an illustrator. I tried my hardest to create an illustration for the game without making any mistakes. So it's good that he's, you know, he's working hard. Like, that's all I can really say about that sentence. He's working hard. Good on him, you know. Like, he's got probably one of the hardest, like, he's got one of the hardest jobs as an art director ever. Like, considering that he has to blend two series that have been established at this point together to make sense. So I tops up, like, tip my hat to him if I had a hat. There was also the assistance of other people, which led to the variety of colors, shadows, and colors, shadows, and colors as a result in the beginning of the PB and its background. I finally feel that pride when it comes to my work, which I wasn't able to until this was all shown. So he had, like, he was nervous, you know, like, it's his first, like, I'm sure, like, him and the development staff were worried about the fan reaction to it, which is understandable. This game is coming out in Japan later this year, so this has to sway people to buy your game, and I can see it being really appealing to Japanese audience. And the Western audience, of course, it was not really the biggest, like, SMT fans especially, they really love, like, the SMT faithful are very, like, they love the dark sort of stories and stuff like that. I could definitely see it as being something that they're worried about, especially this, the artist Toy 8. He's just, you know, he's worried that his artwork just is not up to scratch. So, you know, I think what you've shown so far, Toy 8, has been perfectly fine. I think it's been a lot better than, like, anyone else could have done at this point. I know Tsujima is Shigeru, and pretty much people at Atlas are pretty much busy with Persona and other games. We know that there's other games that have been developed with the interviews with the interns. We know that there's internal games that we don't know yet, but they know. It's like, I seriously think it's SMT5 at this point, or like a crazy extent Strange Journey 2, because why the hell not? But I still think SMT5 is being developed over there. Let's see. And the last one, or at least I think it's the last one. In regards to characters, I like to talk about something. When it came to making certain designs, I wanted to make sure that the breast sizes and glasses frames were of a good size. I didn't want it to end up being no good. However, that is another story. So he takes a lot of care in details, little details that we probably didn't think about, but he takes a lot of details in his work, which is great. You know, I like his approach to artwork. It looks really nice. It looks really modern. It looks very like, you know, it looks very modern. It looks very you know, it's got a lot, like, line, like, it looks, I don't know, it looks kind of like sketchbooky, which is really, like, which I find appealing. Like, like this is probably looks like a sketch at this, like, from a sketch that he's probably doing, that just he wanted to show, like, glasses and stuff like that. Let's see. Short story, I like this picture. I think it really looks real nice. Let's see. Until then, the Illusory Revelations #Firearm is not the official localized title, and is just how we translated the Japanese title for this interview. Okay, so this is just footnotes, essentially. Toy 8 is an artist who does character designs for different types of media. He is also known as Hummy on Pixiv. You can find his art here. Oh, interesting. I might open that now, actually. The Family Computer Famicom is the Japanese version of the NES entertainment system. It was released in Japan on July 15, 1983. God, I wasn't even born there. The Super Famicom is the Japanese version of the SNES entertainment system. It was released in Japan on November 21st, 1990. Okay, PV stands for promo video or promotional video. It is usually what most trailers are called for Japanese games. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's fine. NG is a word, the Japanese term used for no good. In this case, Toy is referring to not wanting a certain character's breast size to be no good. Okay, so he takes a lot of detail. That's great. Let's see. This interview was translated by Mystic of Tridicasoft. Thank you, Mystic. You are an amazing person to translate this so we can get some more details. It's amazing. Like, hats off to you. Please note that this is a translated interview, certain translations will be different. Sure, that's fine. Tridicasoft claims no rights from this. Cool. This is awesome. Winter 2015 for Japan. Awesome, let's take a look at his artwork. I mean, you know, I want to know more about him. I want to know more. Let's see. Wow, look at this artwork. This is amazing. Look at it. Jesus. You can definitely see like his style is very kind of like Ghibli, but not really. Oh my god. What? Internet, please work with me. Okay, so I can't look at high resolution photos. It's fine, it's perfectly fine. I just want to see what the hubbub is about. This looks pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. It looks really pretty. He's got a lot of artwork. This is great. I'll have a link in the description. Like, these are really pretty. If you want to... This is definitely like... Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that crazy color on that one. That looks amazing. This guy has a great imagination, honestly. Like, I can definitely see the influences for this too. Okay, so I can't see anymore, but you guys can like sign up and look at the rest. But I'm convinced. I like this guy's style. I like his artwork. I think they're really good. He has a knack for modern, and he has a knack for fantasy. So I have complete faith in this guy's art style. I think it's awesome. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys like keep watching. And I also wanted to give a shout out to this girl up here. She has a new video out on her channel. I'll have the link in the description below. I actually edited it for her as a small favor, so I hope you guys check it out. She's really cute. I hope you guys enjoy. Like, I mean, I really hope to work on just gaming and working on cosplay stuff. So I hope you guys look forward to my collaborations with a few other YouTubers and a few other cosplayers. Especially once conventions happen here in Australia, I'll be going to them and, you know, giving you a rundown and, you know, see if there's anything interesting out there that I might pick up, you know. So you guys are awesome. You know, like more S&T, more Fire Emblem news. I'm excited. I want more. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, Core 51 out. See you guys later.